Today we're taking a look at an offering from FUNCRECOL. This is going to be for 3D photopolymer resin printers, both LCD and DLP compatible. And like most resins, you're going to have to make sure that you wear your protective equipment while you're using this. And you want to print between 25 and 30 degrees centigrade. Now that's pretty important for this particular brand of printer. It's a little sensitive to temperature. And obviously your other keep away from light and don't drink it. Those are your pretty standard common precautions there. So in the box, we're going to get UV curing putty. Now inside of this package, we're going to have a small piece of wood. This is, you can use this as an applicator primarily. You can use other tools if you have them on hand. This is going to be their actual putty. It's not a lot, but you don't really need a lot to do most projects. Again, we're dealing with very small prints, so this would fill a very large gap in a very small model. And this is UV sensitive, so don't put this in sunlight. Try to keep it out of a direct UV light, and you know the deal there. And we have a small piece of sandpaper, which again is used for post-processing to smooth this out for any pits or crevices you might be filling it with it. In product manual, this is part product manual, part sales package. In here we have your standard precautions, handling instructions, etc., as well as a listing of most of the offerings from FUNCRECOL and the recommended printing times. You give some information regarding their mechanical properties on how tough it is and what you can expect it to do. But the real kicker here is you'll have to find the resin you are using and adjust your printer to the proper print time, such as this impact resistant MIA skin. Now, knowing my printer, I went ahead and raised the print time from the recommended just by a second, and we're now looking at a 4-second print time. And I think I may have raised it a bit too little. So with that, we came out with our test card, and the support material was not attached very well. So I did lose my cube, but everything else came out beautifully. Now, as you can see all the way down here at the 0.3 layer, we are losing quite a bit of recess detail, but our extrusion detail all the way down to the 0.15 is really, really nice. So this tells me that I get to choose either little dangly bits, such as the support material and this wonderful mesh cube, or I can get the recess material. The way this resin is tuned, you really can't do both, which is fine as long as you know you're going in with that. Taking a look at our cones of calibration, as you can see, my success just failed on that last one right here, which means I do need another half second or so, which of course would further hinder my recess detail. And the failure side, as you would expect, is a full failure on the failure side. So that's what we're expecting to look. On the other hand, with that balance that I eked out, this is the dragon I was able to get off. And as you can see, there is some really, really good detail on this, and including all those spine ridges still came out beautifully. There's not a lot of recess detail in this model, but I think that balance, it worked out rather nicely for this particular